Hey everybody, it's Tasha, Central Cali Realtor here. I have a lot to update, and I just wanted to let everybody know I'm no longer with Redfin. That was short-lived, right? But when I was with Redfin, I'm so sorry. I was not doing, any videos that whole time. Redfin really kept me busy. I had a lot of buyers that I was working with. It was a lot. I think I probably worked harder for Redfin than I have ever worked in my real estate business. And so now that I'm back with the traditional brokerage and I'm working for myself again, I actually realized I think maybe I needed to take that blip of working with Redfin. I am rehireable, however, so I'm never going to say anything bad about Redfin because I would love to go back. But I'm now with the traditional brokerage, so I'm going to have to kind of figure this out on my own. And I've been in the business long enough to know what I need to do. So I'm just going to do all the things I need to do to get it done. So today, I just finished a call session. I call for sale by owners. And I have my Yes Masters with Kevin Ward. I'm going to be doing his Agent Mastery Live course that he's going to be doing in January. I think like towards the end of January he's going to be doing it. I have to check the dates, but I'm going to be doing that. So if you're going to be on that, I suggest that you sign up. He's actually going to give us a basically just how we can get through this market. This market's difficult. This is why Redfin laid off, and I was one of the ones that was laid off because I didn't have anything in escrow at the time. I had a bunch of buyers that were on the fence, and none of them were ready to move forward and actually buy anything. So I had to deal with people backing out, or just the fact that the rates are so high right now, or they went from, it seemed like overnight it went from 5% to 6.5 to 7%. So I had a lot of buyers that were just having a lot of trouble with that, or they no longer they no longer qualify for the homes that they loved because the interest rates actually put them into a different price bracket. So unfortunately that happened. And then also just I lost my position with Redfin. So I'm back with the traditional broker. I did not go back to the broker I was with before. I decided to just try something new. I wanted to go with somebody that was another brokerage that had a lot of technology, but I wasn't ready for like the cloud-based like EXP. I didn't go that route. And I heard that there's now another one called Real. I'm just looking into these ones, but I really wanted something that already had the technology, already had like somebody that I can actually see, touch, call. I don't like doing everything online. I am a millennial, so I like to do things online, but there's certain things that, like, if I need somebody in a crunch, I don't want to have to go online and search for some. I don't know. I don't like cloud-based brokerages. Even, that might be your jam, but not me. I like having somebody I can actually call on the phone and talk to if I have a question. I don't like doing this shit online and do all that. Anyway, but they have a lot of technology, and so I went with them. And so I just have to have a new plan, which my new plan is that I'm going to be doing outbound calls. I'm going back to basics. I'm not doing all the glitzy, glamorous things that I was doing before with the websites and the pay-per-clicks and focusing on, Facebook leads, which they're not all that great, Facebook leads, and Google pay-per-click leads, and buying websites and all the glitz and glamour and stuff. I'm just going back to basics. I got a subscription to Vulcan 7. I've done the 6-month commitment. I should have just did the 2-year commitment, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be going back to Redfin or not. It seems like with the way the economy is going right now, me getting back with Redfin is probably not going to happen anytime soon. So that's why I did the six month. However, I may not be able to go back to Redfin, even if they did hire me back, only because my husband and I want to buy a house, and we already own our home, but we want to move out of this house. We've grown out of our house. We've lived in this house since 2007. And when we lived in the house in 2007, when we bought it, we were newlyweds. We had no children, and we've officially grown out of the house. Now we have 2 kids and a dog. We've moved out. We've grown out of our house. So we're ready to buy something bigger. And we can't do that if I keep jumping around from a W-2 employee to a 1099 employee. So when I was with Redfin, I was like, okay, cool. I had a lender I already spoke to. She's like, okay, you could only have to wait, a year because you're still in the same field. You just have to have a year of income to show that with a W-2 employee, a W-2 employer. Awesome. I worked for Redfin for 8.5 months. So now I have an 8.5 month gap between the last time I worked a 1099 job. So that really screwed me up. And so now I'm going to have to show, because I'm self-employed, I have to show 2 years of self-employment income. And I have to show that I'm making actual great money. So that way we qualify for more. Because I live in California. We need to qualify for the house that we want. We need to qualify for at least $750,000, $800,000 for the house that we want. So that's a lot of money. Actually, the houses that I really want are like in the $1 million range. But I have to, I can do it. I can show the income. I can make it. I'd have to be at 180,000 plus a year. And my husband and I both, we have to be at 180,000 plus, which I'm like, well, my income goal is 250,000 for the year. That's why I've decided to go ahead and do outbound calls and prospecting, and it's actually worked a lot. I've only met so far because I've only been doing it for a week, and I've only had a few appointments so far, but so far so good. I already have a listing. My listing that was actually I was supposed to have with Redfin, but my buyer decided that they wanted to wait until after their tenant moved out of the house before they put the home on the market. Thank goodness. So I was able to take my customer and my listing with me when I left Redfin. And then also just the fact that I already know how to do what I need to do. I just got back on the bandwagon with, following the coach that I've been following for a while with his scripts, which is Brandon Mulrenin. I was doing Yes Masters. I was doing Kevin Ward's scripts, but I felt that they were too salesy for me. They didn't fit my personality style. So you just gotta find a script that fits your personality style. And I felt like Brandon Mulrenin's reverse selling scripts actually, they were more in line with how I like to approach sellers over the phone. Where I don't like to come off as salesy, and I don't like to have the pressure of like, I gotta make the listing appointment right now. I gotta qualify them right now. Dude, that's too much pressure. And not only that, people are resistant to that. So I don't like to be pushy. I'm not a pushy salesman person. So, alrighty, well, that's what's happening so far. So now I'm going from being with Redfin, a little blip in my career, to back to being a traditional broker. And now I see clearly all the things that I was doing in my traditional brokerage that I can, what I should focus on more and what I should just throw away. And so I'm focusing on outbound calls. I did 2 open houses over the weekend, got a lot of leads, found a new farming area that I'd like to farm for more leads. I have a potential listing coming up next month in January, which is with someone I met at the open house that I just did over the weekend. I met 2 new buyers that do not have agents at my open house on my listing. One of them is very interested in the property, and another one is interested in living in an area that I used to live in, so I know the areas very well. So I'm just kind of I'm doing my thing, and I'm staying in my lane, and doing what I need to do in a traditional brokerage and making this work, because it's sink or swim in this line of work. And with the market the way it is, I am not going to be the one that sinks in this market. I got to make it and this is all I know how to do right now. I don't want to go back to being at a 9 to 5. I don't want to teach, and oh gosh, I don't want to go back to teaching. I never taught high school or elementary school. I taught college, but I mean that's a lot, because that's a lot of reading papers and lesson plans, and yeah, not looking forward to that. And I don't have time for that. I have 2 kids, and they're young kids. They're not older kids. I have young kids. And so there's no way I have time to do any of that. So, alrighty then. I will keep you posted this time, because I'm going to start doing more videos anyway for my business. So, I mean, I might as well be popping on here every now and then. And follow me if you want some more tips and tricks, because I've been in this business for 6 years. I did have that little blip in doing Redfin. I'm no longer with Redfin. I'm back in the traditional brokerage. So I'm going to be doing a lot of, contrasting with that as well, because I miss Redfin's model, but then I understand. I can see now, because I'm with the traditional brokerage again, and being now I've had that experience with Redfin, I can see what's maybe broken in the system, even on Redfin's side, and how, prospecting is actually what I need to do in order to be successful in this business. And that was the part of being in a traditional brokerage that I absolutely hated. And now I realize that that's the part of being in a traditional brokerage that I have to absolutely embrace. So, alrighty then. See you later.